Dark Ties is rushed. Without mods, Kyuji's fighting styles just suck. Mine's fighting style is the only good thing about it. Originally, I was gonna make a whole like reaction video on like my reactions of Dark Tie for real. Now, I tried to edit all of that, but like, you know what I'm saying, it just, you know, it just kind of just didn't want to edit for real, like it kept having bugs. So here we are. I'm gonna do a voiceover, and I'm gonna tell you what I thought about the Dark Tie story, but while it's still somewhat fresh in my mind. Now I'm still on Kiwami 3. I've been kind of just, you know, playing that when I can, and I got some opinions about Dark Ties. You know, it's cool, but it's not Majima Saga Gaiden cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. Even Pyra Yakuza, in my opinion, is better. Now I'ma just say, I really enjoyed Pyra Yakuza. I'm one of the rare Pyra Yakuza enjoyers. I liked Hell's Arena. Hell's Arena was great. It reminded me of Alice in Borderland Twin. That shit was great. What wasn't great? The story. I mean, the story is it's all right. It's just nothing to crow about for real. Like, the story, you know, you start off with you know, you get kicked out of your own company, which I didn't even know could happen. You just got voted out of your own company that you started, you know, because Mine, that's what I like seeing though. For Mine got kicked out of his own damn company. Yeah, you know, he became miserable. Yeah, that man became miserable. And then he realized, like, then he see Daigo get shot. So he faked, damn, what drive a man to be so loyal? And then, you know, that's how the whole thing starts, you know what I'm saying? It sounds good, right? And I mean, that part, it is good. I'm saying the story isn't bad, but it's rushed. It is rushed to death. They could have done so much more. From Yakuza 3, you had that assistant that I really wanted to know more about, to be honest. But you know, they ain't covered that for real. And they just used a bunch of time skips for real. Like, they could have done so much. Like there's only like one real long battle in this whole thing, by the way, and they marketed it as a full game. It is not no damn full game. It's a Majima Saga, except there's elements of a full game to it. Like, you got karaoke, which only has one song, by the way. It has Hell's Arena, which is great. You know, it's nice. I haven't beat it yet, but it's nice. Now you got the side stories of Mine, which are also pretty nice. But the main story, it's 3 chapters long. You said what? You said 3 chapters? You must be joking. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. That shit 3 chapters long, twin. Now, if you leave out the side content, which by the way, they do that dumb shit they do in Pirate Yakuza where they force you to do the side content, which is fucking stupid. Because, you know, the best part about any Yakuza game is that you just run into some bullshit and you're tempted to go to it yourself. But with the moment you're forced into it, it don't feel fun no more. Like it loses its charm, you know? Because I remember when I first played Yakuza 0, and I got roped into some bullshit. I remember my first side quest. It was that one with the girl was selling panties. That side quest, it got me roped in. And you know how it got me roped in? Because it didn't force me to fucking do it. I just wanted to do it because I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Why they arguing? And then, you know, we went to the whole thing, and then I was like, damn, this side story kind of cool. But you know, yeah, in the recent Yakuza games, they really force you to do that shit. In Pirate Yakuza, they force you to do the fucking, I forgot what it was, recruit pirates or something. I don't know what it was, right? And then fucking what's it called, in Dark Ties, it's the same thing. They force you to do Hell's Arena in the certain point of the story. If they didn't have that, the story would at least be like 2 hours long. I would legit do a stream right now, play the fucking story of New Game Plus, and see how long it take to beat. Because believe me, brother, that shit's short as hell. Now, Dark Ties isn't the only thing with this problem. Now, I haven't beat Kiwami 3 yet on its own. There's a certain point in the story where they force you to do the bike sub-story. Now, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy that bike sub-story thing, and I do enjoy the orphanage. It's like they took inspiration from Yakuza 3 for real, because like, instead of having you do the kid stuff mandatory, they made the same mistake, but they just replaced it. They made the kid stuff side story, and then they just made the bike story mandatory for real. Like, they got you I think it's similar to Pirate Yakuza. They got you going after fucking bikers and shit, or whatever they're called, baddies. I just call them bikers. They pretty much much all woman. That being said, again, Dark Tide's story could have done a lot more. You had Mine, you had such an interesting character. You could have delved deeper into his psychology. They did delve into his psychology, but not deep enough. Not deep enough, man. Not deep enough. They skipped a lot of shit. You could have had so many peak ass long battles. You could have had so much shit. You know, I'm surprised it ain't even have like a boss fight with Daigo for real, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I really thought I was finna fight this man. The amount of reused assets in this game is diabolical. Like I'm saying though, like in the previous games, they reused assets, but they always did something new. Like if you take Judgment for example, we gonna take the GOAT Judgment as an example. You already know. Reused assets. They got the Dragon Engine shit. They reused a lot of the Dragon Engine shit. But for Yagami, they had new animations. They had new fighting styles. They had new things, you know? Yakuza 3 has none of that. A lot of it is just reused. The only new thing is Mine's fighting style, and you only get to play like 2 hours of that, man. At least story-wise, it's just reused. It's just a bunch of reused assets that for some reason they log bounding throws for some reason. I'm not gonna lie, I played with that fighting style for like a solid 3 hours. I couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. It just didn't feel that smooth for me to play. I installed the mod, I ain't gonna lie. The Ryuku battle style, I have faith it would grow in me. I believed it would grow in me. It didn't. Like, it's cool, but it's not Judgment cool. It's not Judgment cool. That he just put weapon out of his ass. Like, why did you get rid of the damn weapon system, gang? Like, come on, gang. You know, we could have had lightsabers from Kiwami 2 that you could have unlocked. And that's why I like Kiwami 2 so much, by the way. And also Judgment. I still need to beat the first Judgment. I know the story, but I still need to beat it. But Kiwami 2 had them weapons you could unlock. And every Yakuza game had that. You could just unlock a weapon and it had a little grind to you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Kiryu just has those things in Kiwami 3. Like, I wish you had, like, you could equip different weapons in the Ryuku style. And it's kind of like a Shinada thing where, you know, your mastery was with weapons for real. But yeah, they ain't do that. They ain't do that. And of course, that's not ignoring the fact they casted as Predator in the game. They casted Kagawa, which by the way, there's a mod that replaces him, but not in all the cutscenes though. No remorse for any of the victims he had. And I saw someone in my comments showed me some video. This man did some truly egregious shit. And you know, the Kiwami 3 cutscenes obviously has the Kiwami treatment of the animations looking stiff as shit. Now, it was bad in Kiwami 1 and 2. But like at least those animations, I feel like they kind of did tweak them. In Kiwami 3, it doesn't feel like that. They didn't even tweak the camera. Like I really feel like they tweaked that shit in Kiwami 1 and 2. It was less noticeable aside from his like expressions, but like Kiwami 3 really struggled that for overall, genuinely. But yeah, overall, those were my thoughts on Kiwami 3.